innocent baby like reaching for the dollar. So basically, you're saying that they're innocent man reaching for the almighty dollar when in reality it was the result of Kurt Cobain fascination with a documentary on water birth. Yes, was very fascinated with water birth.
One to four. It's good to be in Singapore. This is the SG Draft Podcast. I'm your host, Bidel, and welcome to another episode of the SG Draft Podcast, presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube or any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for giving us a try, for giving us a listen. We're just a bunch of Singaporeans that love Now I'm joined by two musicians and a Brendan. I'm joined by the drafting group
and a Brendan.
How is it Brendan?
Not bad.
I know why he did. I know why we did differentiate two musicians and Brendan, because
Brendan's a legend.
Transcends the meaning of musicians.
A lot of people know that Eldad plays drums, but a lot of people don't know that Jin Yong play piano until grade 8, correct?
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
I very long never touched the piano already.
Yeah, but as in like you were a skilled pianist like at a certain point.
Yes, I would say me getting grade 8 was a testament to my teacher's ability and not to mine.
Okay. Brendan can play guitar somewhat. I pass you my guitar, you got play not?
Hey. Why you have to use the word somewhat? I'm amazed. I'm amazing at it.
Okay. But now, as you can see from this week's thumbnail, you know that this week we're going to be talking about album covers. Now, I actually would like to ask Eldad, because Eldad, out of all of us, you're actually someone that is in a band, Stopgap, a Singapore local band that is actually did a lot of gigs in the local scene. I just want to ask you, right, how important was it for you guys when you were crafting your album covers?
The album cover is equally as important as the logo of a band or the branding aspect, because the album cover essentially conceptualizes what the album is about. It's kind of like the music equivalent of a movie poster.
Nice. Yeah, I think for me, right, album covers was important during an era where there were a lot of music stores and when CD was when CD was popular lah. Because to me, like books are CDs, right? The first impression you see on the shelf is the bloody that page, right? And if it doesn't captures you, then it's just like bye, you just next already.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean, right? It is what will entice someone to buy the album.
Yeah,
and I think in one glance you do have to be enticed to like, okay, I'm going to get this album because it's like provocative or
interesting.
Yeah.
Especially when you like two CDs, right? You have always picked the one that is like has nicer cover compared to like the one that it looks like shit lah.
Some of my favorite albums, right? They are favorite albums, right? But they are album covers of the band that I remember more than the actual music album itself. So it means that, let's say, for example, my favorite album cover does not necessarily mean that it's my favorite album, but it's the album cover I remember the most.
And I think to add on to that, right, I think a lot of people, right, they might recognize a band because of an album cover.
Yes.
Like, it's synonymous with the brand more than the logo at times, I feel.
Yep.
We will be diving into that later. But first, we have to recap last week's draft, which was the anti-moves draft. I won. Amos was second and Ji Yong was third. Now, Ji Yong, any regrets, things you wish you could have changed?
No lah. It just means that I'm not auntie enough.
Yeah, you're more uncle, that's why. Yeah. But I will hope that in the uncle draft that we were doing, you will have a dominant performance.
Hey, if you don't dominate the uncle draft, right, then you have to decategorize yourself as a non-uncle already.
How to say there's benefits to losing and winning lah.
Brother, Eldad, do you guys vote by chance?
I voted, I think it's team 1.
Which is Amos.
Amos, yeah.
Yeah, I think overall it was a good laugh. But the thing is that because these type of 3-man drafts, right, they swing faster lah. So it was a faster episode, but it's still a good time. So if you want to watch the episode, you can check the episode out in our description. A lot of funny anti-moves lah. Now I think it's quite straightforward. We're going to move over to this week's draft. There's no subcategories for this week's draft. When you present the picks that you have to pick, right, I would prefer that you state the artist first, then the album. So you say like this artist, this album. Also, similarly, if let's say, for instance, Eldad were to take a song from this band called Molotov Cocktail or whatever lah, okay? It takes album A. By right, Jin Yong can still take album B from Molotov Cocktail because it is like still available lah. You can take across different artists, you can pick multiple albums lah. And then I think to be clear, right, we are picking the album cover we're not picking what is the best album. So for instance, right, this band, they might have a very like, wow, this is a historically good album, but they're more known for the album cover, right? That is what we are going for lah. Now, Brendan, you won the Japanese food draft. You weren't on for a while already, actually. Do you want to use your advantage here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so bad with album covers that I don't have much faith in myself for this draft.
You always say that, right? But then you always do well in the drafts that you're like not confident. I don't know.
Hey, that's not even true.
But no, not use his advantage here. Because I won the last week's draft, I'll be using my advantage. So I put all of us side spin the wheel. I am red color. Eldad is black. Sing Yong is green. And then Brandon, you are yellow. Okay? I'm going to spin the wheel now.
Mm-hmm. Big money, let me go.
Who is Tiyong?
Oh,
Sure we like.
let me go third.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Number 3.
Ooh.
Okay, next up. It is Eldad. Eldad, what position would you like?
Second.
Number 2.
Damn.
Shit.
Damn.
Damn. Nobody wants to go first.
Oh, hui. This is me, I stand corrected. I would like to go number 1.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
All right. The official draft order for this. Myself first, Eldad second, Tiyong third, then Brendan will get 4th back to back to end off the first round. All right, boys, let's get right into the draft. All right, with the first official pick in the album covers draft. When I was thinking of this draft, right, I only wanted to take this number 1. It was like my first overall. I just think it is the most iconic album cover in like the past 30, 40 years, right? I'm picking the
Jeez.
Beatles' Abbey Road.
Yep.
No!
Abbey Road.
Oh my gosh. That's the only reason why I want to go first. That's the only cover I know. that is
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
nice. I know how to talk about also.
How many times we have seen this on social media? People go there just to take the bloody picture at the road.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And Brandon, you're going to say something like, they have the live stream, right? There's a 24-hour live stream at Abbey Road. Is that what
Yes,
you're gonna
correct. Plus the fact that it's one hour cover that made the road famous, you know.
say? The reason why I picked this my first overall, right, is because it is the most popular image of the Beatles ever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then it's just something that is very simplistic, like 4 of them crossing the road, right? But then it just for some reason transcend like the eras for being something that is very iconic on an album lah. Now some fun facts about this particular album cover. I saw that because they had to stop the road right in the middle of the day, the photo shoot, because they had very limited studio time, right? They were all literally in the studio before and after the shoot. Then after that, when like it's time to shoot, then they come out, they film the thing, then they went back into the studio. But it's a very well-renowned studio, right? Correct? Eldad, Abbey Road.
It's known and it's famous because of the way the Beatles recorded lah. But if let's say you're just talking about like studio time, right? If you were to spend more than 10 to 12 hours inside the studio, right, to record albums, it's actually not very uncommon. It's kind of normal.
Okay.
So it's like you do your setup, you do your tracking, you do your recording, you review, then you do track again lah. So I think if you go out for that 2 hours, right, it's the only time you see the sun. After that, you go back inside already.
I think for the album itself, right, it is not the Beatles' best album, but there are some iconic songs that came from the album lah. So like Here Comes the Sun, da 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 da, is from the album. Yeah, come together right now over me.
Over me.
Yeah, that song also came from the album lah. So, but I guess that's why makes this album cover so iconic is because the album is one of their like not so popular ones, but everyone knows the Beatles because of this album cover lah. So yeah, I'm happy to take the Abbey Road one as my first overall pick. All right, Eldad, what are you gonna take next?
Oh, that was gone. I'm gonna go with what I think is iconic, and I think it's probably the thing. I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson. I'm gonna go with Thriller.
This is a good one.
Oh, nice.
It's the one where he's in the white shirt, he's in the white suit, then he's just like leaning at the side.
Yeah.
It's like when he was a young Michael lah. Correct?
Yeah, the young Michael before the skin condition. So yeah, the black shirt, the white suit, and then he's just leaning at the side.
It's a very like simplistic album cover, just showcases Michael Jackson. But I do think that at the time, right, a lot of albums they followed this model where it's like the star is big enough to push the album itself lah. I don't need to go and put like some messaging behind the thing, so they just put the the big star from the album.
Yeah,
he's wanna be starting something inside. Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean.
Yeah.
Oh, Billie Jean.
But you got 4 of that already. Is already. Then you got Girl Is Mine, Baby Be Mine, Human Nature. So it's like it's kind of like everything that you remember Michael Jackson for in one album.
Michael Jackson Thriller is off the board. Jin Yong, you're up next. What are you going to take?
No, immediately took my first pick. So I just going to pick what I like.
Why not pick the second pick, Jin Yong?
I'm going to... Yeah, actually I should have went first, damn it. I'm going to pick... I'm going to pick Bohemian Rhapsody from Queen.
That is a good one.
Ooh.
The one with the four faces.
Yeah, the four faces.
The four faces one, yeah.
Wait, I question mark. I don't think that's the name of the album.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't
think that's the album, but
the name of the album.
we get what you mean. Yeah.
I know which album you're talking about, but that's not the name of the album. Oh, that's Queen 2.
Okay. Queen 2. Yes.
That's Queen 2.
Well, we don't know Queen very well.
Yeah. It's quite clear.
Wait,
Like I said before in the previous podcast, right? I didn't listen to Queen before the movie came out. Then I think one of the very iconic scenes in the movie was that the four of them were in front of their manager. Then they just suddenly transited into this album cover with their four faces. Then they just started singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
When I think of Queen, right, I honestly don't know the name of the other members. Do you all know?
I know.
Oh, you know Who are they?
I know. Roger Taylor, Brian May.
I'll be like Elvis Presley.
The drummer guy, the bass player guy, the guy who clapped his hands.
A few years back, they just came back with this. Who's that? Adam Lambert,
yeah.
Queen and Adam Lambert, yeah.
But I do think that this is a nice cover. Like the four of them in a silhouette, like a bit the gloomy lighting and stuff like that. It's a good pick. Good pick. Okay, Queen 2 is off the board. Brendan, you got back to back. What are you going to take?
Back to back, I'm going to pick the few iconic album covers I know. For me, it's like when you see the album cover, right? It's like without saying the band name, right? Like the album cover has nothing revealing the band name, right? But you just straight away think of the band name. So this is. I don't know. Actually, I never knew their songs. I only know one or two, I think. But whenever I think of this triangle prism, right, and they always say,
I know. Yeah.
When you think of this triangle prism with the rainbow, right, you sure think Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, the dark side of the moon. Yeah. And I feel like they branded themselves so well with this iconic, and there's so many T-shirts of this album cover. Yeah, hey, you like Pink Floyd also? I said, oh no, I just wear the triangle. You like the triangle? I literally said that when I was younger. But BT dubs.
It is revered as one of the best albums ever, right? During that time, because a lot of people would just listen to it while they're high.
Hippie.
Visions or whatever is like going on.
Yeah.
My creativity has been unlocked.
Yeah, that's why there's a song called in the album called Brain Damage. We are all going to get brain damage here.
Yeah. But Alden, are you a Pink Floyd fan? Since you're like
no, I'm not. I know the album cover, but I'm not a Pink Floyd. I'm not a Pink Floyd guy. It's
experimental, It's very
It's too experimental for me. Like too experimental.
Yeah, I tried also. I really tried, right? Then I'm like, I only can get high on like coffee. It's not for me. Yeah. But I agree with Brandon, right? What you're saying, if you think of Pink Floyd, you immediately think of this like silhouette, the dark side of the moon. The lighting is. Okay, Brandon, what's your next pick?
I am thinking of picking this that is kind of controversial. I don't know whether we can put this on our Instagram page. Or should I just pick something that is...
just pick it, man. I'll just censor the whatever is the...
Okay.
I removed it from my thing. I think I know what it is.
Okay. I believe it's another one where it's a very I can't remember that. I think the baby involved in the photo, right, came out and wanted to sue the band. Yeah.
Yes, they did. They did.
Yeah, they did, right? Nirvana. Never mind. Nirvana, never mind.
Yeah, the baby is in the pool, right?
Yeah, the baby is in the swimming pool. I was like thinking, when I was young, right, I've seen this album cover so much. Like it was really very popular album cover. But then I feel like you realize that, hey, that's really a naked baby.
It's a naked male baby.
Yeah. It's not even like from the angle. Actually, it was a female baby. Like no one would know, no one would care. But you can tell this is a naked male baby.
Yeah. But I always see it at Pasar Malam.
No, but the thing is, I read about it, right? It's actually the Nevermind was interpreted by many, right, as an innocent band reaching for the almighty dollar because it was a dollar.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so it was a innocent baby like reaching for the dollar. So basically, they're saying that they're innocent band reaching for the almighty dollar when in reality it was the result of Kurt Cobain fascination with a documentary on water birth. He was very fascinated with water birth, and he just wanted to have a baby.
What?
In water. Yeah, there's no deep meaning behind it. Just hey, water birth is cool, man.
Yeah. I guess that's why they named the album like. Never mind lah.
Never mind. No, and he can tell that he has interest in maternity, right? When his next album was called Utero.
Next up, Ziyong, what you gonna take?
I know we are picking album covers, but this album I'm choosing because I like the album. I'm choosing this album because I like one of the songs inside. I'm choosing Metallica's Black album. Like it's really just black.
You're picking actually got
Because the first song I like from Metallica was Enter Sandman.
Yeah. Enter Sandman. Yeah, I mean, is the album right? That if I recall, there's one snake at the base, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Then after the whole thing is black, right? Correct. Like
Yes.
the thing is like grey. Then after the whole thing is black also. Yeah.
No, it's like it's funny because it's actually a Metallica self-title, but because the whole album covers black, right? They call it Black Album. But it's actually just a self-title. So is that iconic to a point where like you see a black color album, right? You instantly think Metallica.
In a way, it's very cheap to print. Just no logo, nothing. Just put black cover and after that. Yeah, but I didn't know that you're a Metallica fan, Jin Yong.
Yeah, I have in my Spotify, I have a rock album that I listen to when I go run or I feel like I cannot wake up. So Metallica is inside as one of the bands.
But if you want to see something like cool and the Sandman, right, just go to YouTube, right? Search Virginia Tech entrance. And the Sandman.
Virginia Tech
it is the coolest. Okay. It is the coolest thing you've ever seen, right? You imagine a stadium of about almost 80,000-90,000, right, rocking, right? Then the entrance music is Metallica. The Sandman. So when the guitar hit, the whole football team ran out.
Oh, that's damn cool.
Wow, that's damn cool.
Is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
All right, Eldad, your next pick, what are you going to take after that?
Okay. I was thinking long and hard about what to pick. And I think this album, I'm going to pick the album, right, that is very well known. It also is black color, and it caused a lot of controversy in America because of the literal term of it. I'm going to pick Green Day, American Idiot.
Oh, I was going to pick this one. You pick, this is a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
No matter how many albums Green Day has, right? The moment you see the hand with the grenade, with the hug grenade, right? You'll be like, the word like literally called American Idiot, right? You're calling Americans idiotic.
I think because when you listen to it off, right, there's like, I don't want to be an American idiot.
American
right?
Idiot,
But when I went to go and research the meaning behind the album, right? It's actually because during that time it was the Iraq War in the 2000s, right? And their messaging behind it was that I don't want to be an American idiot. I don't want to go to war. Like why are we going to war? Like sending people to go over to Iraq.
Not understanding why.
Fight other people war. Yeah.
And I think also there's part of it, right, where if you watch the very famous the Wake Me Up When September Ends, the music video, right, it is about the Jamie Bell leaving his girlfriend to go to war. Like he's leaving a happy situation, right? Just to go into battle for something that is like, in the end, it also is like you lose your love, all this, but you do it because you want to be like patriotic or because they tell you to do it, whatever lah. Yeah, and also if you listen to the song American Idiot, right, there's a lot of like anti-war themes that are within the song. Like, don't want to be controlled by the media, hate job hysteria, all these type of things like lah. So
it's basically against propaganda and not following what. Basically, kind of saying like make a decision, make the understanding and decision for yourself. Don't follow what is being shown on TV.
But the album, right, got a lot of iconic songs. And it's their biggest album until now. Like after that, they really never managed to reach the success of that same album.
American Idiot, Jesus Suburbia, Holiday, then Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Wake Me Up When September Ends also,
Yeah.
I mean, you got those four, I'm like, yep.
All right, Green Day, American Idiot. I was going to try and pick this like the fourth round. Anyway, it's a good pick lah, yeah. All right, I'm up next. It's very tough because I think that there are a few that might not come back to me.
If it helps me that I have a certain team I want to follow, I think Brandon is just picking what he likes.
I'm like Kurt Cobain, man.
You're gonna be picking
I
all
like
after the
water
King.
birth. Water birth, is it? It is.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna pick Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the music video embodies the album cover very well. So I think in a way, a lot of people, they know synonymously the music video that ties with the album cover. The album cover is a drawing and a painting done by Eugene Delacroix of drawing the French Revolution waving their flags in victory. And the female on the cover is their depiction of Lady Liberty. And the meaning of Viva La Vida is also long live life. So I guess the idea of the whole image is like, we are onward lah. We are causing a revolution to live like for life, all this lah. And then the song itself, right, it depicts the idea of like a king falling and then of like fallen revolution, all this lah. But so when I think of Coldplay albums, right, they got a few that are quite iconic, the album covers, right. But I think for a lot of people, because of the fact how popular the song is, plus the unique nature of the album cover, like the war history and stuff like that, right? I think it's more of their more iconic ones lah. So yeah.
Yeah, I think like for me, right, when I think Coldplay, I think of this album cover.
Yes, I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like immediately at Coldplay, I like Viva La Vida.
But Brandon and Singon, do you put this on your list by chance? Curious? No?
Yeah, of course, it's Coldplay.
All right.
Yeah.
Brandon,
No.
forgot about it.
Brandon, no.
All right, Brandon, forgot about it. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna pick the popular pick first. Then I will hope that the other pick comes back to me.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick. Wow, but I really don't want to pick it. I want to pick what I want. I'm gonna pick what I want. I change my mind. I'm gonna pick what I want. If you listen to punk music in the early 2000s, right? You know this album cover. You think of Blink-182. You think of the Enema of the State.
Oh my god, this is going to be my next pick. Oh my gosh. So irritated.
For those of you that didn't listen to the pop punk era, right? This album cover is the famous photo of like the hot nurse that is pulling the latex glove on her hand.
Yeah.
I think all of us also know what is the meaning of an enema, right? It's like when they shove stuff up your ass to get you to shit. Yeah, which was the meaning behind the album, right? It's like the America covers their narratives behind a hot nurse. So they seduce you with their ideas or this, right? But then in the end, you still have to go and regurgitate all of their nonsense, lah. Which I guess is they're trying to say is like the enema of the state. The interesting fun fact, right? A lot of people research after this album came out, right? Who is the girl that is on the cover?
Yeah. She's an actress and exotic dancer.
Janine Linda Mulder. Fun, but the interesting thing, right, is that the band claims that they didn't know she was a adult actress before they hired her for the shoot. I'm like, hey, come on lah. And this album, right, actually they got a lot of hits on this album lah. So they got all the small things, Adam's song, What's My Age Again, a bunch of hits. Yeah.
The funny thing is actually for this one, right, the Red Cross actually demanded the band to remove the cross sign from the nurse. Yeah. And they had to.
Yeah, they had to. It's like, you're pushing it too much, man. Yeah, okay. Next up, what are you going to take?
It is, to me, his best album. I'm picking Divide, Ed Sheeran, the blue color Divide.
Oh, that has so many hits inside.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite albums. Every time I go to Ed Sheeran, I automatically go to the album. But I think it's more because, right, it's that bright blue with the Divide logo that automatically is like, you see that, you'll be like, okay, and that's kind of like the Ed Sheeran thing.
But I think also it's because he was following a theme of all those like what's the term for it?
The mathematical science.
Mathematical science, yes.
Castle on a Hill, Ship of You, Perfect, Got Wiggle, Happier.
Yeah, got some big hits on that album. Yeah, this is a good one, Divide. I think also the blue tinge of it. Yeah, and the fact that he always changes colors every album. This is good.
Yep.
Divide is off the board. Okay, Jin-Yong, what you got to next?
I'm picking this album cover as a homage to one of the greatest rock bands.
Ooh.
They are still performing even when the lead singer is 70 plus. I'm picking AC/DC's Highway to Hell.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
You're really like going through your whole Spotify playlist of rock songs, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on a highway.
Yeah, Queen, Metallica, and then AC/DC. I'm on a highway. Yeah, it's a good one, man.
Actually, I just wanted to pick AC/DC album lah. So I looked through and I felt that this was the most iconic because they had all the band members in the album cover.
The guitarist Angus Young, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Angus Young.
Oh man, he's like a really good guitarist lah. But he's a one-trick pony lah. He keeps doing that.
No, but I always tell people, I say that if you want to understand how to make money in the music industry, right, just be like AC/DC. Make sure you're good at one thing, and you're so good at it, right, that you can just repeat doing the same thing over and over again and make a lot of money.
Even their songs, you can sort of see that they have a certain formula. They don't really change.
No, but the thing is that their sound is so iconic that one note you know is AC/DC.
All right, Brandon, you got back to back. What are you going to take?
I really want to pick Blink-182 ENEMA out of state, but since that's no longer available, I feel like this is like in recent time. If I think of a very recent album, right, I thought this was very well done. Album cover for a young new person. It's a color red. Tay Tay!
Red.
Tay Tay, the color red. I feel like it was very such a random, like from Nirvana to Tay Tay red. Who cares? I like the color red. At one point of time, anytime you look at the color red, you just think of Tay Tay, like Tay Tay also, and just like the song literally is red So
yeah, it's the color that is synonymous with her marketing and branding on this lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think like she has this album, like a version of it, right, where they have the words like RED.
Yes.
It's like transparent. You can see through the RED is like the Taylor Swift photo lah. Okay, after Red, what are you gonna take?
This is where it gets tricky because I don't know whether to go with what I like and what I really want. Because I feel like I can get this on my last pick back, right? Because I feel like this is something that only I will pick over here. Who cares? I'm going to pick my own whatever I like lah. I'm going to pick Bruno. And I feel like this is one of his most signature album cover, which is the doo-wops and the hooligans. You know the winding road one.
The winding road one, the yellow color one.
Yes.
There's another album cover that I think is more iconic, like the Bruno Mars one.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but as in like I can't fault you for picking this one because for a lot of people, right, they think of like the Winding Road also is like the Bruno Mars. Yeah. His first album, right? This one, correct?
Yes, this is his album.
The first one.
What's the meaning behind the thing? Is it like to show that I'm on his journey or something?
Yes, I believe so. That
All right.
It gets harder when you reach the top because it's a winding road, right? But it gets narrower and narrower until you reach the top, like a rocket, right? So the path to the top, right? It gets harder. That's why
Yeah. This
sure.
Jin Yong is also a master in smokology. You appreciate your attempt right there.
Yeah.
Jin Yong, what are you going to take next?
Okay, staying in my theme of rock, I'm picking a Guns N' Roses album.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, and I think it's their most popular album to date, Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah, this is a good one, man. Appetite.
Damn.
Yeah.
The cross, right?
Yeah, the cross and the skull. Take me down to the Paradise City. Paradise City, and the grass is green, and the girls are pretty.
Wow, bro. But you know what's the funny part? You know that you picked two bands that absolutely hate each other, right?
Yes, I know.
The one concert that caused a riot.
But I think this Guns N' Roses, this album, right, if I'm not wrong, is the like Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jungle, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle. Yes.
Oh, damn nice.
No, it's okay. Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle, and Paradise City is all on the same album.
This is your favorite album by them? Just curious.
Yes, I think most of the songs that I like from them come from this album.
I think also for a lot of people, when they think of Guns N' Roses, are these few songs. I think like aside from November Rain, that's the only one that's not inside here. But good pick. Yep. All right. Next up, Eldad, what are you going to take?
This was on my list no matter what, and if it was going to get picked, I would have been very, very sad. It has a gas mask, it's brown, and it's facing that. I'm picking Meteora.
Yeah, Meteora is a good one.
The moment you see this, you see a guy with a gas mask on the floor, you immediately, without even seeing the thing, you know it's Meteora. Like automatically.
Yeah. But I don't really know the intent behind the imaging. Like, why is it like?
Neither do I, dude. But this is honestly. But the thing is that I don't really know the intent of the imaging, but it's good enough to a point where like the album is so iconic. They decided to change it up with a colored version of that one for their anniversary.
I'm curious, right? Do you think that it is because the album cover is iconic, or do you think it's because the songs are so good that the album cover became iconic? Not because
the songs are so good that the album. I think it's because the songs are so good that the album cover became iconic.
Yeah, I agree.
That you immediately recognize the album cover and you immediately remember the songs from the album.
Yeah, I think the album is so good, right? They could have literally put anything on the cover that it would have been iconic album. Yeah. They could put like a chicken nugget or something like that. They'd be like, like, oh, it's a great album, Meteor, I get it.
Nothing. Actually, you think about it, right? He was holding a spray paint can, right?
Okay, smoke artist enough.
Wearing a mask and making a name for yourself.
The album is my canvas. Okay.
You don't need looks to make a name for yourself. Wow, look at that. Wow.
Okay, I'm up next. I'm gonna pick these two back to back. I was going to pick a Taylor Swift one, but because I feel Brandon picked one that I don't want to pick it also. Because I'm like fighting votes with you, so I'd rather not. I'm going to pick this first one. It is more iconic for I think it fits the context of this draft. I'm picking the Velvet Underground album, which is the Velvet Underground and Nico.
Oh,
which is the banana.
Just the banana.
Andy Warhol one.
Yeah. Velvet
Andy Warhol.
Yeah, so you're gonna pick this, Jin Yong?
Yeah, my last pick.
Wow,
It
damn.
doesn't fit your rock team, leh.
Yeah, completely out there.
I was going to
all the cross, all the skulls, and have like one banana.
I was going to argue my way through and say what you can put a rock on the album is a rock or whatever lah. It's gone now anyway.
Everyone knows this image of the Andy Warhol banana. And it's like always used in a lot of like shirts,
T-shirts.
A lot of like design buildings and stuff like that. Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that it's the Velvet Underground album. And then to be honest, right, I really, really tried to like Velvet Underground like a long time ago. Ever since I watched the what's that movie with Jesse Eisenberg. I can't remember what's the movie. Yeah, where they played the song Pale Blue Eyes, all this lah. But then when I went to listen to the album, right, I'm like, it is really not for me, man. It's like too slow. But I think what makes this iconic is that everyone knows this album cover and then they necessarily don't know who's the band. So it's like if I were to put this on the graphic, they'll be like, oh yeah, this Andy Warhol banana. I know this like is the album cover. Yeah, I think it fits perfectly with the theme of the draft. So yeah, picking this. But why do you want to pick this, Jin Yong?
No, because I read the story and I was very intrigued by it. They say that Andy Warhol was the producer of the band. Yes, and then correct. I think said something like the cover you peel off can see some pink color fruit inside. Don't know what one.
No, the idea behind the album was that if you were to peel back the layers of the banana, right, you can get the full picture of the band lah. So that's why. Yeah. So it is a very iconic album cover. Just like I just don't really appreciate the music lah. My last pick. I'm gonna pick the popular pick. I'm gonna pick the Katy Perry Teenage Dream album cover.
Wow! You make me feel like.
Yeah. She's naked lying on the pink cloud.
On the cloud. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it is it just embodies a teenage dream lah. So it's like a hot girl that is on the cover, then the pink stuff and all this stuff thing. Yeah. And then I think it's just like vibrant colours and love and all these stuff things. We mentioned this before, it is one of the greatest like pop albums ever. Because
especially Katy Perry's.
Yeah, there's 9 number 1 hits. Teenage Dream, California Girls, TGIF, Firework, E.T., Peacock, Wide Awake, the one that got away, Part of Me. 9 number 1 hits on that album lah. So, yeah, insane that she never won a Grammy. I still don't get it lah. But yeah, Perry is off the board. Were you gonna pick this, Brendan?
Yeah, that was my last pick. But it's okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to smoke yourself into another pick lah. All right, Elliot, what are you gonna pick next?
Oh, I'm thinking whether I should go for me or should I go with something that I think people know. If I go for me, right, I think I might lose a vote because I don't think anybody will recognize that. I'm gonna go with Eminem.
Nice one.
I'm going to go with the Eminem Show. The one with the red curtain.
The Eminem Show, yeah.
The red curtain where he's sitting behind. That is,
Eminem Show.
I think like for me, honestly, when I think of Eminem, right, I always think of this album cover.
For me, right, I get mixed up with the album covers on it. Because it's they're all similar, right? It's just like it's like different parts of the show.
There is another one that is similar. There's two that is similar. But the thing is that the curtain color is different.
Yes, the curtain color is different. The
curtain color is different. So like this one, the MM show one is the red color one. So like the songs on the album, if I'm not wrong, is Without Me is on it.
Yeah.
Cleaning Out My Closet. Then Superman.
Yeah.
Helly's Song, and then Till I Collapse is on the album. I think this is Eminem's best selling album. One of the best selling albums.
Till I Collapse is my favorite Eminem song.
Yes, same.
Yeah. Fun fact, right, about that Till I Collapse, right, is the only song that charted #1 without any music video in the history of Eminem's the group. Yeah.
I love Till I Collapse. It's so like people don't know that. A lot of people don't. Some people they always relate Eminem with other songs. This one a lot of people don't know.
Good one. All right, Jin Yong, what are you going to take your last pick?
I was struggling between this person and another band, but I'll pick Bon Jovi's album, Slippery When Wet.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta go and search.
I want the one with the girl with the yellow shirt in front one. He had the You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Never Say Goodbye. Yeah.
The album cover. Okay. The yellow top one.
Yeah, yellow top one.
Is there a specific reason why you like this album cover?
The official answer is because it's a very big difference between seeing the album cover and the songs inside. So I wanted to show our readers or our audiences the difference in that. But actually, it's just visually very pleasing, lah.
You know, honestly, right? Honestly, right? I know this album, right? But I'm like the cover doesn't
fit.
Doesn't fit.
Yeah.
It really doesn't fit. Like my favorite Bon Jovi song ever is from this album, but it's just somehow the album cover just don't fit.
I will review the other one I wanted to choose, which has a actually very nice album art, but after Brandon pick lah.
Okay. Yeah. Your last pick, Brandon?
I'm going to pick. Should I go, man? Doesn't matter. I like both album covers, but I feel like this one is English speaking, while the other one is K-pop. Wow, let me think. I think I go for the K-pop one. I feel like the K-pop one is.
I thought he hang for a moment there.
Yeah, but I always feel like the other one is nice also. But okay, never mind. I just go with the older one because I think K-pop one, not many people will. They're not popular for their album covers. So I'm picking just a bunch of words scribbled on the screen. It's Paramore Riots.
Good one.
Riot. Yeah. I feel like we're going out, right? It was one of the coolest album cover because it's literally just Riot scribbled everywhere and just one word Paramore. And then this is the album that actually made them famous also. Yeah, so
and it's very nice. The whole thing is like black and white. Then after that, got the one Riot that is in orange, right? Correct. This is the one.
Yeah. One Riot that's on orange.
Of a hair color, right?
Correct. Yes.
I'm going to read off the themes, and after that, you can talk about honorable mentions. For myself, is the Beatles' Abbey Road, Viva La Vida Coldplay, Blink-182's Enema of the State, Velvet Underground by Velvet Underground self-titled album, Katy Perry Teenage Dream. For Elder is Michael Jackson Thriller, Green Day American Idiot, Ed Sheeran Divide, Linkin Park's Meteora, and Eminem's The Eminem Show. For Jin Yong is Queen 2, Metallica Black Album, Highway to Hell, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction, and Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet. And then for Brandon is The Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd, Nirvana Nevermind, Taylor Swift Red, Bruno Mars Do Hops and the Hooligans, and then Riot by Paramore. Okay, let's talk about some honorable mentions. I think we can go by person first. So maybe Elder, you can say what are your honorable mentions that you wanted to say.
X by Ed Sheeran.
Go on.
Yeah, that's one. Science and Faith. I think it's the album cover that everybody recognizes. Is the two.
Yeah, the two hands holding each other. The two hands together. That's good.
The two hands together, right? I think for me, for Taylor Swift, right, I think Speak Now is the album cover I remember the most.
For me, it's 1989. But okay, like,
Speak
Now. Then there's Hybrid Theory, the Linkin Park one, which is the silver one, right? But the one that I was contemplating the hardest to pick, right, was Avenged Sevenfold's my favorite band, like ever. Waking the Fallen was probably the album cover I wanted, right? Because that's the logo that everybody associates Avenged Sevenfold with, which is the death bat. So it's like a skull with bat wings. So if I picked that, right, I think I probably lost souls because not everybody remembers. But if you usually listen to Avenged Sevenfold or Metalhead, right? Like, as an Avenged Sevenfold fan, right, everybody recognizes that logo.
I wanted to pick Led Zeppelin's Mothership.
Oh.
Yeah. Brandon, what about you?
For me, I wanted to pick Blackpink, the album. It's really very iconic. It's black and a pink color crown, which is called Queen. Yeah, because they are queens. Yeah. And I want to pick NWA straight out Quantum. Yeah,
that's
straight
one
out
also.
Quantum. Yeah, because actually the Green Day, I wanted to pick something not American Idea. Idiot. I want to pick the Dookie. You know, the one that looks like where is Waldo? Bruce Springsteen, born in the USA. Yeah,
that's a good one. The jeans, right?
The jeans. Yeah, they got the hat hanging on the pocket. Yeah.
The Beatles, right? They actually got a lot, like the White Album, and then the Sgt. Pepper and the Lonely Hearts Band. The one where like got a lot of like crazy things that are going on in the album cover. There's the My Chemical Romance. They have the My Black Parade and the Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. Both album covers, I think, are very good. Like, The two that I really wanted to take, right, was Double Fantasy by John Lennon and Yoko Ono, where it's like the very famous, the two of them kissing on the album one. And it's me and my wife use it for our photo wedding shoot, where you just like cover your face and you put the two of them kissing.
And you didn't pick it?
I didn't pick it. Yeah. In the end, I picked the Hot Katy Perry poster. Yeah, then 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. I love.
Yes. That was like,
the bulletproof glass that shot through. It's like trying to show that I'm bulletproof. You can't kill me, man. Like that was Demon Days by Gorillaz. The four of them. Yeah. If you had to pick one team besides your own, which team are you voting for?
Me that.
Thank you.
The moment you take Abbey Road anime out of the state, I'm like.
The funny thing is, right, that you all could have picked first for Eldad and that's why interesting. But I would have voted.
No, because I was hoping that you probably like whoever picked first, right, probably wouldn't have taken Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Because there might have been a chance.
That's quite hard. If I went first, I would have picked Abbey Road also.
Yeah. Okay. But I would have voted for Brandon. Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon plus the boy with the penis in the pool. Okay. I would have picked Brandon's team solely for the water buff.
The water buff. The water buff, sorry.
Yeah, it's really touched me. Okay. Right, that was our album covers draft. Alright, that was our album covers draft. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episodes that drops every Friday, but in the same time also, if you're into football, there's the football kaki that drops with Eldad every Wednesday. And also, if you're into fun and interesting trivial topics, we have a Kobe Bro show that drops every Monday. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube and you would like to vote for which team you think drafted the best set of album covers, you can head over to Instagram every Friday at 12 p.m. to go and vote for which team you think drafted the best. But remember that voting closes the next day on Saturday as well at 12 p.m. So you only got that one day to vote. So please remember to head over to our Instagram on Friday and go and Alright, we hope everyone listens to a bunch of these beautiful albums over the course of the week. But remember,
keep warm because there's a draft coming.